Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. King Lil G.
Man, he's here.
This is what we had to do this for, man. First off, bro, fan first. You can't be from the coast and not understand what your grind is, bro.
See you working, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what I love about your work, bro?
Yes, sir.
Is G, you've been working for years on your own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where did that grind come from? Because everybody think they want to be on majors. Everybody think that they wanted to be signed to such and such. But why was it important for you to be your own man?
I didn't really have a choice at first. It was more or less people didn't want to sign me.
Why?
Because I feel like they didn't understand my vision. And I'm a Mexican rapper coming from LA, so it's not like I have a party song or a dance song, something that could just take off. So it was kind of hard because, it's not that I wanted to be underground, but I guess music from the heart they call underground. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't really have a choice. I just learned myself. I just learned by myself, the whole steps, the whole way to come up. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to be from a major label too, Big Boy.
Right.
I wanted to get signed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted things
But that's a
happen
blessing in disguise too.
Yeah.
Because now everybody running from the majors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you turn the corner now, G, and you see everybody like, man, I can get directly at my people through my own social media. I can get directly at my people from my own movement. People don't have to worry about where they, I'm on this label, because now we got streams, we got different avenues where you can consume the music from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
At one point, did you ever get frustrated though? Like
I did.
Man,
I felt like giving up.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I don't know, man. I just kind of felt like I had to tell my story and nobody could tell it but me. So sometimes I'll be listening to other rappers and I'll be like, yeah, this is cool, but I got to tell my story.
Yeah. And you know what I noticed about your material too, fam, is that you release a lot through your pen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Had that always had hip hop or writing always been a release for you, or did you find that?
Yeah. Well, my main objective, when it came to writing music, I was like, man, I want just people to relate to the stuff I'm talking about. I'm like, cause I feel like, I gotta tell my version of my story. Like I gotta tell the version for my people. I want my people to be like, yep, that's how Mexicans grow up.
And what about how many people that came up to you? It was like on some like Me Too or such and such. It got me through. Like or people that say the same.
Yeah, it made me feel real good. I felt like I was saving people's lives, not taking lives like how we used to be in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I felt real good. I felt like embraced. I felt embraced by the hood, by the gangsters, by the ghetto. It made me feel real good because, at first I would be always on the defensive being out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Growing up. But now people telling me like, man, I feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I got uncles, I got nephews in the streets. They all feeling you, so that should make. I'm sorry.
No, do your thing,
stuff
bro.
Makes me feel good.
Hey, man, when did you first fall in love with hip hop? Who were King Lil G's influences?
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
Doggy Style album. Tupac, of course. But a lot of East Coast too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mobb Deep, Biggie, Wu-Tang, Nas.
When you go from a person that listens to it and consume it to a person that says I can do it, how do you do that? Like when you first go in, do you know you first got it, or can you look back at something now and be like, oh man, that was
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I had to teach myself. At first it didn't sound good because I didn't even know I was writing bars. I didn't even know what bars were. So
like you didn't know format and verses and
I didn't know. I just wanted to tell my story. I just wanted to be like, this is where I'm coming from. This is how I get it.
But
this
you
I'm
can
trying
listen
get
to
it.
like the Dog, the Pox of the world, right?
Yeah.
But then also there was no King Lil G that you was just, you know what I'm saying? Like there's people that probably look now and they can reference you. Or they can look and they can say, man, sort of like, or I want to be like. We got West Coast hip hop, we got East Coast or whatever, but you gravitated towards that. But you didn't see a lot of King Lil G out there. You know what I'm saying? So how do you get into some place where you don't see a lot of you?
Man, that kind of even made me feel better because I was like, this is a perfect, it's like a white canvas. It's perfect for me to paint the perfect picture because it's never been done before. So I was like, I was just inspired by my struggle, by my mother's struggle.
Yeah, man.
I felt like I needed to tell that side.
Hey, man, when you do speak about moms or, the relationship or the little relationship with Pop's fatherhood, you know what I'm saying? Like that, were you ever thinking, man, am I saying too much, or was that therapeutic for you, G?
Nah, hell no, because I was always a big fan of Tupac.
Yeah, so you seen it.
So I was like, I want to let people know what my relationship is with my mother, how I respect women, how I respect my mother. I was like, I want to show people that even though, you know, I come from a dysfunctional family and my father wasn't there, I still have love for him. I still have respect for him. And you know what I'm saying? I was able to push forward by myself. But
what do your family think now? Because you know how when you grow up, you know, there's some people that can say, oh, man, I seen it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my homies, his uncle told him, don't hang around with me because I'll never amount to shit. Oh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you hear that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes you believe it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you use it as fuel. Yeah. You know, how did you feel like when things weren't right, or when people looked at you like they was probably going to count you out, man? Did you always believe in yourself?
Well, I always felt counted out because I come from an immigrant family. So to begin with, I always felt counted out to begin with when it came to everything. But people counted me out from the beginning, but it was all good because it made me more of a warrior, you know? And I feel like people like Kobe Bryant, those are our LA heroes, you know what I'm saying? We don't know Batman or Spider-Man, but we know Kobe Bryant.
Hey, man, speaking of Kobe Bryant, and of course, homie, we just lost Kobe. Yeah. And you know what that meant for the world, for the people, but what that shit meant for the city. Yeah. It was a totally different feeling for the city. And we got those things, G, we like, man, I know exactly where I was at when I found out that Kobe passed. Do you remember where you were at and what you were doing when you found out Kobe Bryant passed?
Yeah, I was in my kitchen, and I was happy as hell. I was, because I usually wake up, I smoke with my boy, I listen to some beats.
Smoke your own product?
Yup. Yeah. Yep. And I was about to make some food, and then suddenly he was like, hey, did you see what was on YouTube? I just saw that Kobe Bryant passed. And I was like, nah, it just got to be somebody making up some YouTube video. But then when people started texting me about it, you know, it just kicked in right away. And then once I found out his daughter was with him,
yeah, man,
because I have a daughter too, and it hit me real hard. So I was like, oh man. My homies, they thought I was playing with them, but I was like, dog, I'm hurt because Kobe Bryant passed away. I gotta go make a song for Kobe Bryant.
Hey, did you go straight in that day?
Yeah, right away. As soon as I found out, I went to the studio. I listened to it. I started smoking.
But that's why you can hear the pain in it too.
Yeah,
though.
I started thinking about Kobe Bryant and all them years, the year 2000, and you know all that. I started thinking about that, and I was like, man, Kobe changed my life because I remember when Kobe won the first championship here, there was trouble in the streets. But I felt like we put all that aside once the parade and all that stuff was going on. It was good vibes.
Hey, man, that's what I tell people, too, just being from L.A., homie, like, what they made L.A. feel like at that time.
Yep, changed our life.
Yeah, man, we felt good. We felt like champions. A lot of the bull stuff that was going down, we did push to the side. But you also saw that, G, in Kobe passing. Yeah. Like, you went downtown or anywhere you went, you just saw people that you didn't even know that just had this bond with you. You know what I'm saying? And I never, you know, it's a trip, homie. You always think, like, you don't know who gonna pass. But when I heard Kobe, I was like, nah. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? My wife, when she said Kobe Bryant, I was rolling. I was on the freeway, and my wife was next to me, G, and she was like, I heard her answer the phone, and she said, Kobe Bryant died. And I just looked, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, you thinking, man, hopefully it's fake. Hopefully it's this, somebody this, you know, and you're going through, and then everything just started to unravel. You know what I'm saying? And just what dude meant to our city. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear people say, man, we need to change the Staples Center. I wish we could change the Staples Center.
Hell yeah.
I hope we get a Kobe Bryant lane or court or boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Had you always been a Kobe fan?
Ever since I found out about him, yeah, ever since I found out about him, you know, I was just like every other little kid trying to be like Kobe.
What made it so important to you to go do Kobe Bryant legacy?
Because I felt like it was important for me to pay my respect. Straight up. Not everybody gets a song. Kobe Bryant gets a song. For sure.
Had you ever been to any of the games? You ever met Kobe?
Yeah, I went to the games a bunch of times.
G, do you get recognized everywhere you go?
Yeah, I do. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
It makes me happy when that happens. I actually, I kind of feel like, it's an honor for people to even want to take a picture with me because I'm just another person from the hood. I mean, not anymore.
Right. But still, you know what I'm saying? And plus, homie, it's the hard work too. And one thing I gotta say about you too, G, is I see the hard work. I've seen the hard work. And the thing I love about you as well, man, is that, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but there's a Nipsey hustle in you as well.
Yeah, I was influenced by him too.
And what I get from that, man, is like Nip. I could see Nip. It was good. It was good. If we weren't playing Nip songs on the radio, he was still going to go do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing, G, I get from you, is that you still going to go do what you have to do. And that whole thing with you, bro, has been ownership, man. And I love, and for real, man, I love what you do and I love what you stand for.
I watched an interview on Prince, and I seen him talking about what the rights to your music means and all that stuff. So he kind of put me up on game without me even meeting that man.
But you know, it's a trip, man, is that we open that much to get that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because some people think they want to get into this thing called hip hop, or they get into music and they don't understand what ownership is. Like even right now off air, you're like, Big, I don't know if you smoke, but I got my product. You walked in, you know what I'm saying? You walked in, you making sure that you wear your brands. You know what I'm saying? Sucio, you making sure you brought me gear. Like that right there, man, that's all in.
Like right now, I know this is gonna trip you out, but right now I'm trying to work on my own cup noodle because I consume it too. And I want people to consume my cup noodle.
Hey man, but you know what's the trip about that is why can't it be when we buy everybody else's? And I really trip off, like P got his noodles now.
Oh really?
Yeah, Master P got his no limit noodles. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta brand out, bro. And we spend so much money taking care of other people. Like I got Boozy Badass coming in, right?
That's right.
He got his own cognac, his own vodka. You know what I'm saying? He got his own cologne. And we got to make sure that we continue to network like this, man. What does LA mean to King Lil G?
LA is a place where you can make your dreams come true. I'm making my dreams come true right now as we're talking, because my dream was always to come up here and talk to you, have a conversation with you. And I feel like it's a place of opportunity. All you got to do is network, link up with the right people, hustle, you know, have that warrior mentality of no defeat. You know what I'm saying? And that's what LA means to me. And it's a beautiful place.
Hell yeah.
I swear to God, like it is what you could choose, what you could choose it to be.
Yeah. Did you ever think, man, that you would be, and I don't mean here in the neighborhood, but I mean, did you ever think that you would still be here? You know what I'm saying? With life and either choices or decisions.
Man, if I could look back from when I was a teenager, where I'm from, and how, you know, many friends of mine lost their life and went to jail, man, I could never see this happening. For real, I wake up at my home sometimes and I'm like, damn, where am I?
Yeah, man.
Like how am I here?
AG, I do the same thing. Sometimes I'll be in my backyard, right? And I'll say, damn, this is my house. And it's not about size or anything like that. I just come from a mom, 7 kids, no dad around, homelessness. You know what I'm saying? Radio was the first job I ever had in my life. So you know, you figure out how I had to survive beforehand. And I really trip out sometimes, like, man, like for one, just being here. And I didn't have no death wish or no, but you know, I mean, we have a lot of homies that didn't make it to gray hair. We had a lot of homies that didn't make it to buy a drink legally or anything like that. So to just be here, and then be here doing what you doing and doing what we doing, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I think it's and you know what? I think it's like the more people we inspire, the more people we motivate. It's like that feels good. That gives me a good feeling, straight up, because I feel like some people just need to be reminded how talented they are, and sometimes they need to hear it from people like us.
And you know what I think too, man? They got to see us.
You
know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, man, we didn't see us, you know, and even early on your end, man, the people that you probably admired or, you know what I'm saying, were inspirational. You probably didn't see a lot of you either. You know what I'm saying? So now you get people that's in the game, that's trying to get in, they see you, and it feel like such a different time to get in, man, because we now getting ownership. And that's totally different, bro. You know what I'm saying? We now can see where the money's coming, and we can count what's going on, and we don't have to beg nobody to drop our material, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be a beauty in what you're doing right now, bro.
It is. It feels real good to have that liberty of, you know, being able to drop a single if I want tomorrow. You know,
Hell yeah.
I could just drop it without a record label telling me, hell no.
Gee, did you get your teeth done?
Nah, these is
fuck going on with your teeth over there? What you got, some King Lil G pearly white teeth?
Yeah, low key I did. Low key I did, because I feel like when I started getting some money, that was like the first thing.
People notice, huh? People start.
Yeah. Well, it's just that I noticed.
Yeah. I want to fix it. He was like, I'm about to put this whole motherfucking package together.
I noticed.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, this is my calling card, Jack. Like, F the dumb. And I know that you're a father, man. A father of one?
A father of four. Three boys and one girl.
Oh, man, we got a whole different purpose, huh?
Yeah.
How old are the babies?
4, 5, 1. She's about to be 2, and 14. My son.
Damn, you was getting all in there. You ain't playing, huh?
Yeah.
You had a long road, dog.
Yeah. He was like,
I just wanted a family. I just wanted a family.
Why
so
though?
bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I felt like, man, I didn't get enough. Like I had a good childhood, you know, according to me and my mind.
Yeah, same.
But I feel like I didn't get the childhood I wish I could have had.
And you providing that now, huh?
Yeah.
It's crazy how, like, dude, like I didn't, you know, as far as dad, like I'm a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know pops, and it's crazy because I enjoy being a dad. Yeah. And when you said about Kobe as well, man, like it was something that pulled you, like, man, that dude was a dad, not just a. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was multiple things. So when you say, man, I'm a father of 4, it's a whole different reason why you do what you do, why you live where you live, and why nobody gonna stop you from going home.
Right. I feel bad sometimes because I feel like, you know, a lot of my acquaintances never really got to understand how hard I wanted to hustle, how fast I needed to move. Like, people want to hang out, and I'm like, man, I gotta go out of state. They're like, man, it's somebody's birthday. Can you pull up? I'm like, I gotta go do this show. Like, you know, I've got to feed the whole family, and if I don't do it now, who's gonna put my family on? Hell
yeah, bro. And my thing, man, when people say if we don't work, they don't eat, people think that that's just the phrase. Like that's for real. And your babies are waiting for you to come home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why we put mileage between the bullshit. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because it could be a total recall, and you don't want nobody to go back to what we really know, bro.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? What's the next move for King Lil G?
The next move,
are you getting more? You gonna do more directing?
I low key, I'm trying to do everything in my power to just, you know, become the CEO and just put people on, help people with talent move faster, so it don't take them as long as it took me. You know what I'm saying? Put people in good positions, and yeah, I'm just trying to be a boss in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do a lot of things for the kids, though, big boy. Yeah, I'm trying to help the youth for real. Like, lately, I've been having this feeling in my heart that tells me, like, I gotta help more people because I ain't been doing it as much as I used to. Because I just been busy, lost, and caught up
doing you too, though.
Yeah, caught up in my own thing. But at the same time, I know that God has a purpose for me, and I gotta help people to the fullest right now, especially people who come from no hope, from the ghetto. I feel like I haven't been doing that.
Did anyone help you?
Mentally.
Right.
I feel like mentally, maybe not financially, but mentally, yeah, I did have good influences in the streets. Like I would have like I had one of my older homies kind of put me up on game at an early age and tell me, hey, a lot of this shit in the street is bullshit. Like, you got to be able to put your family in a good position, otherwise you're going to drown. This shit's going to drown you. You can't, you know, you can't get caught up.
Could you understand that then?
I didn't. At first, I kind of didn't like him because I was like, why you turning down? We got to turn up.
Yeah. It's crazy when you start to either get a little more knowledge or you blow out a couple more candles, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That you really start to think like, okay, shit, now I get it.
Well, I kind of thought, the gang environment kind of had certain responsibilities, and I know this is kind of complicated to understand, but what I mean by responsibilities is like when the homies go to jail, it's like, who takes that responsibility? You know what I'm saying? Like, when the homie dies, like, who's gonna pay for his funeral? Family, like, who's gonna do these things? You know what I'm saying? When the homies go to prison, who's gonna take care of their kids? But people don't take those responsibilities. And in my mind, you know, being a kid, I kind of thought the hood got it. There's somebody out there, you know. It's just, you know, it's crazy when you're a kid the way you think. But
do you know it's a trip too, man? It's a whole different code, and you see that Now, do you feel like the code isn't what it used to be though?
Yeah, I feel like the code, it ain't what it used to be.
And I mean all the way around, bro.
Yeah, all the way around, like all the way around. But at the same time, we can't give up. I feel like if we have bad leaders now who are showing the little homies the wrong way, then some of us got to step up and become the generals and kind of teach them to not get involved with certain things. Like, even though I come from a certain environment, man, I'm never trying to pump up none of the little homies to take that route. I'm always like, dog, you got talent. Like right now, I want to start my own boxing club because I know a lot of little homies that catch fades. And I'm like
if you gonna do it, man, like,
yeah, I'm like, look, dog, I got a little money. I think I can help you. I can change your life.
And what's dope about that, man, is like, you know how some people say, man, why you care? You got out.
Because you know what? My struggle is never going to leave my side. It's always going to be in my brain. It's always going to remind me of those nights sleeping in the living room, roaches crawling out the cereal. I'm always going to remember that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to leave. So I'm always going to be thinking about that 8-year-old self of mine.
Hell yeah.
So I'm always like, damn, there's another kid out there like that. And he just needs to be told this little piece of information.
Hey, man, do you ever trip off of how your kids don't know how good they got it? Which is good.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good, but there's a lot of things growing up that make people who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I give because I remember, being in positions where people had to give to us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I remember, and my mom, she worked hard. It's just you get in these slippery slopes, bro, and life happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where we're homeless, we're living in missions, and you know what I'm saying? But my mom worked hard. That's why I was always respectful to my mom, and I'm always respectful to Queens, too. You know what I'm saying? But I helped because I remember being helped, and I remember it not having. And exactly. I think that's where you are, too, homie. It's like, you remember not having. Yeah. Because it's easy. It's easier sometimes, man, to turn your back and
for real,
be gone.
I lost one of my little homies years back, and low key that made me really upset. Like, I never talked about this, but low key when I lost a little homie, it made me really upset. And I was doing a fundraiser to like help people in the street at the time, and I lost him that day, and that kind of made me upset. I was like, why are these people taking my little homie's life when I'm out here helping the hood, the ghetto? But I've been trying to have a clear connection with God, and I kind of feel like he's trying to help me understand, like, I can't be tainted by that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I can't be tainted. There's still a lot more people that I can help. Like, regardless whether I like it or not, I'm an influence, and I got to decide if I'm going to be a good one or a bad one.
And the test becomes the testimony, too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because your gift can be your curse, man. Yep. We can throw all this shit away, and your gift could be your curse, bro. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But I had to bring you to the neighborhood, man. We had to build like this, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I love what you do.
Thank you.
For your people, I love what you do. Even this in L.A., come on, man. What we doing right here, this is beautiful, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we got to make sure that we continue to get your message out the same way we continue to get other people's messages out. You know what I'm saying? And we got to continue to take care of our own, man, because if we don't take care of our own, then nobody's going to look out for us the way that we supposed to look out for each other. Yep, you know what I'm saying? King Lil G, I thank you for coming into the neighborhood. Anything, Luke?
Yeah, Lil G, can you just explain to everybody what Sucio's means? Because I've been following you for a long time, bro. And just once I saw the Sucio's brand and kind of figured it out, how you explained what it meant to everybody, I was like, okay, now I see the movement.
And took it and flipped
now
it, though.
I see now I see the movement that's happening. I see what you're doing, and then it was just dope.
It just means a kid coming from a dirty environment. Mm-hmm. Like, I just wanted to show people how I was able to shine through the rough.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I'm just hoping that I can inspire. I want them to be like, Sucio made it through. Coming from a grimy, dirty environment, he got to make it through. I could do it too. And I just wanted to, inspire people and let them know. And like I told people before, like, I got an AK on here, but the AK only means like never giving up, empowerment, fighting for the, to get up out the struggle that you on. Yeah. You feel me? Because I feel like it's a strong, powerful weapon. You could become that weapon in a dirty, rough environment. You know what I'm saying? And you could come up out of that. So that's what that means right there. And I'm just hoping that I could inspire people, homie. Like,
that's respect, man.
That's it.
Did you ever feel like people counted you out?
I'm telling you, big boy, I felt counted out from the beginning.
I always say, man, whoever
like,
counted me out don't know how to count.
Like straight up, I felt like, but it's all good because I'm still here to prove. Like I got more things popping up.
Yeah, we ain't seen the best yet.
Yeah, and we gonna get into it.
How did you feel about even with LA radio not
LA radio
as much?
But like, man, like this is just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but it's not the radio's fault. Like if it's hot enough, it's gonna get on there. That's just what it is.
Well,
like,
or sometimes
it ain't about wanting to drop something.
Sometimes shit ain't hot either, though.
Right. I know, big boy, but I don't want to put that weight on somebody else.
But you know what I love about that too, man, is even in that answer, like you really go and get your own, and you don't blame it, and you know what I'm saying, like you've built a effing like a fucking empire that we ain't even seen how big this is. And I'm telling you, man, like, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? But your name. And I'm telling you, man, people, and I always tell, and my team know, characters what's being said about you when you're not in the room. People speak well about you, bro.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why when I tapped in on you, and I don't go in people's DMs. I was always in your DM.
I was happy as hell. I was smoking, big boy.
Yeah,
and
man.
I had to look at it twice because I was like, big boy.
Like, this is powerful.
I was like, oh man, let me put this down.
No, I had to reach out too, man. I had to reach
you.
out, and we're gonna continue this though, man.
Yeah, thank you.
We're gonna continue. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you need on our end,
thank you.
And vice versa, bro. Like use me. Let's get it.
For sure.
King Lil G in the neighborhood, man. Big Boy's neighborhood.